Okay, now the principle which we are going to discuss, the name is equity. My dear student, please remember it. This is equity, not equality. Equity may be anything, but it is not treating everyone equally. This is very important. Now let us understand. Actually, this principle emphasizes on the kindliness and justice in the behavior of managers towards the workers. So, actually, if this principle is followed, then there would be loyalty and devotion among the employees. Fowle himself had said in his own word, he said, good sense and experience are needed to ensure fairness. Fairness is not such an easy thing to understand. So he said that who should be treated as fairly as possible. The employee should be treated as fairly as possible. Now, how it would be possible to treat them fairly? Let us understand it. In the next slide, we'll understand. But before that, if this principle is violated, then what will happen? People would not be satisfied. There would be increase of labor turnover. Labor turnover increase means more and more people would be coming to your organization and leaving the organizations. So the number of people who are leaving the organization and joining would be more. There would be unhealthy relationship between management and employees. Naturally it would be there because there is no good relationship between them. Organization goal obviously will not be, you will not be able to achieve it, and definitely there would be lack of team spirit also. Now these are some of the things which you have to keep into your mind while talking about this principle. He say that he does not rule out use of force sometime. He's not saying that always you have to be very liberal to your employees. Sometime you may apply force, you may take some strict action, you can punish them, right? You can put some fine on them, there is no problem in it. He says that lazy personnel should be dealt with sternly to send the message that everyone is equal in the eyes of the management. There should be no discrimination against anyone on account of sex, religion, language, caste, belief, or nationality, or etc. A discrimination free environment is to be ensured by following the principle of equity. Equal opportunities are available for everyone to rise to achieve the success. Then, actually, the principle of equity is being followed. Now, equity principle is applied when you are giving the two different people different type of salaries. One who is clerk is getting different salary, one who is manager getting different salary. It is correct. But if you are giving the for the same job two different people to different type of salary, then actually you are not following the principle of equity. Equity principle is violated in this case. Now, so what does it mean? Equity means all employees should be treated as equally as possible. No, this word equally is not the right word to use it. We should say all employees should be treated as fairly as possible. Now, if I have talked about the equity and equality, now we should understand the difference of these two. There is a lot of confusion. Students get confused with the word equity and equality. You are having this confusion? Now let us make it clear. Now let us understand the difference of equity and equality. Lot of confusion is there in these two things. Now let us clear this concept that what is the difference between equity and equality. See, equality is what? When two things with the same value we are giving to different people. Like these two people are there and we are giving them the exact same kind of commodity. Say I'm giving her 3 apples and this person also 3 apples. This is equality. Like these two different type of professions we have, and we are giving the same kind of budget for these two. So it is equality. But it is not equity, remember it. What is equity then? Equity is when you are giving someone something that he need to be successful. Now this is very clear to this is the way how you can make it very clear. Equality is you are giving the three equal size of box to them to see the match, but they are unable to see it because this person can see without box, and for this person it is very difficult to see now. Now for this person, if we give the box like this, this boy is given 2 boxes, this is one, then actually it is equity. Equality is, once again, let us take this example, giving the same kind of cycles to these three different people, but this person won't be able to use this cycle. Equity is what? Giving the people which they can actually use. So giving him a small cycle, giving him a different type of cycle, then they would be able to use it. Basically, equity is being fair. Now, this is very amazing to understand that what does actually fair means. For a fair selection, everybody has to take the same exam. Now you all have to climb on the tree. This is not fair. Fairness is completely different phenomena. Now, if I say equality is giving everyone a shoe, equity is giving everyone a shoe that fits them. Thank you. Okay, hope this thing has made it very clear. Now let me ask you a situation. A teacher is teaching in the class and two students entered late. So the teacher said one student, I asked obviously that what is the reason, and after knowing the reason, he allowed one student to sit in the class and another student was sent back, he was given punishment. Is teacher following the principle of equity? You answer this question. Now, see, if the teacher is treating them differently, say he said that I would not listen, whatever was the reason, both of you go back. I will not allow in my class. So he's following the principle of equity. See, in the second case, he may be following the principle of equality. He is treating everyone the same, but he is not following the principle of equity. Maybe the two students, one is a regular latecomers, another is he is late because on the road while coming to school he saw a accident and he helped the person, he went with that person to hospital, and that's why he is late. So the teacher should treat these two students in different ways. Then he is actually following the principle of equity. So equity is giving everyone what they need to be successful. So the another person will be given the punishment, then he will change his habit. So that is equity. So equity sometimes appears unfair. Like in this situation, there may be some student will say that sir is biased. He is not treating fairly. So he is unfair. But it actively moves everyone closer to success by leveling the playing field. Equality aims to promote fairness. It is true, but it can only work if everyone starts from the same place and needs the same help. Then equality can be used, or it can be said that it is fair. Okay, students, tell me one thing. If any in one organization there is a frequent termination of the people or very frequent transfer is there, what will happen in that organization? Will that organization would be able to work smoothly? Like you must have heard so many times, in a particular district a DM has been transferred, and he just spent 3-4 days or sometime 1 week, sometime 1 month, and then immediately is transferred to other place. So if this type of things happen, if this type of things takes place, do you think that the person would be able to justify his work there? I am sure your answer would be no. According to a principle says stability of tenure of personnel by the Fayol, he says that the management must provide the feeling of job security among the employees, because with the feeling of insecurity for the job, the employees cannot contribute their maximum. Frequent turnover of employees is bad for the organization, and such decision must be taken when they are almost unavoidable. Not only turnover, but frequent transfer or rotation should also be avoided, because it takes some time to a person to learn and get settled on a job. And by the time he gets settled and he receives transfer order, then it will be wastage of resources, and employee will not be able to contribute his best for organization. So following this principle actually will improve the efficiency level of employees. There would be no wastage of time and resources. Now let us see that how we will write it. Personnel should be selected and appointed after due and rigorous procedure. While you are taking someone, you have a very strict procedure. Your selection procedure should be very strict. You take lot of test, examination, interview, etc., and then select the person. But once if you have selected, they should be kept at their post or position for some legitimate time. Some fixed tenure you should give them to work. That actually have stability of tenure. They should be given reasonable time to show their results, show their performance. Fayol says employees turnover should be minimized to maintain organizational efficiency, and this is very important to follow the principle of stability of personnel. Now if this principle is violated, you will have demotivated employees. They will not be motivated enough. Unsatisfied employees, naturally there would be high turnover ratio, labor turnover. Unhealthy relationship would be there among the management as well as the worker. Organizational goal, you will find it is difficult to achieve. Resources would be unnecessary wastage of resources would take place. Frequent shifting from one job to another job, it will lead to job dissatisfaction. People won't be satisfied with working there. And then there would be reputation of the company also will decline. People won't be taking the company's name with respect and regard if the people keep on coming and going. It's a matter of pride for any organization to say that, see, this employee is working here for last 20 years, for last 30 years. He has spent 25 years of his life. When person is introduced like this, it gives a lot of honor and regard for that company if this kind of situation is there. So we should understand these keywords. Then there is one word Fayol has written, any ad hocism. Ad hoc is what it is. There, this system, this is a system of the organization where things are not planned. Then we call it ad hocism or adhocracy. So this sometime you must have heard the people, he is not permanent employee of this organization, he is working here on ad hoc basis. So he is not permanent, he is working there on ad hoc basis. So if the things are not planned, the things are not stable in the organization, we say it that ad hocism is there. So any ad hocism in this regard will create naturally instability, insecurity among the employees. They would not tend to leave the organization if they are confirmed that they are the permanent employee of the organization. Otherwise, they would tend to leave the organization. That will result into higher turnover ratio, labor turnover ratio. Recruit. Then suppose the organization, the person has left, then what will you do? Again you will recruitment procedure you will follow, you will do the selection of the people, you have to spend money on training of those people. So stability in tenure of personnel is very good for any of the organization, any business. Now see, here some people are working. Now if these people are being transferred frequently, what will happen? They will say, I will quit the job. And if they quit the job, if you keep on just transferring them from one place to another place and they keep quitting the job, they leaving the job, what will happen? Now again you will have to select, recruit, give them training about for the organization to work in the organization. So lot of money you are actually wasting. Then what will happen? The organization's productivity will go down, because a new person has come in the organization. He will, by the time he will understand the organization's policy, procedure, then only he would be able to perform better. So by that time, when he had joined another, your already employee who was working there, he has left the job. So in between, what will happen? The production will decline, the performance will go down, and then the managers would be in this situation. So it is better to avoid it and follow the principle of stability of tenure of personnel.